welcome to the MyClayCo studio. My name is Carla and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that's showing you a day in the life at the studio. We actually get a lot of people ask us what it's like running a creative business day to day, especially with three of us here in the studio most days. So let's do a little run through of what we actually do every day here at the MyClayCo studio. Let's go. The day starts nice and early at 8 a.m. with our mum Janet coming into the studio and just turning everything on, making sure that the studio isn't as disheveled as what we left it in the night before. So obviously that's a lot of sweeping, tidying up of desks, and just making sure everything is ready to go. We do also have a post pickup every single morning from our local post office, which is amazing. So mum just makes sure that all of the packages are ready out the front to hand over. At 9 a.m, Tegan usually arrives to the studio. She obviously comes in, gives mum a nice greeting while she finishes up all of the cleaning, and then gets to work on the printers. Mum has generally put on a lot of the prints in the morning, but sometimes if the printers need a filament change or anything like that, Tegan might help. Once all of the printing stuff is done, it's tea time. I'm going to put a tea counter on because we drink a lot of tea. At 10 a.m. is when I usually arrive to the studio. I make sure I pop my head in to say hi to Mum and Tegan, and then it's getting the iPad straight on charge. Next, Tegan and Mum have another cup of tea. I bring my coffee, so I usually opt out, but then getting straight into tidying up the studio for the day ahead. Now, I do need to film the intro for this video, so first off I get all of my bits and pieces together, so our mic, and just setting up the space just to make sure that everything is nice, light and bright for me to start filming. So I just finished filming my intro here. The day is Wednesday. I'm wearing my Wednesday shirt so I don't forget what day of the week it is. We have a couple of tasks that we generally do on a Wednesday, so I'm going to be taking you through those as we go on through the day. We're actually also prepping for our Christmas cutter release, which is our biggest cutter release of the year. So I'm going to be stamping out a lot of our testers today just to make sure that the cutters are doing what they need to be doing, and obviously having our pieces ready for photography next week. So I think we need to clear the space from the mess that I made yesterday, and let's get into it. We usually keep the front of house pretty tidy these days. We like to do at least one cleanup a week just to make sure we're resetting the space so it doesn't get too out of control. I did stamp out a bunch of testers the previous day, so today is just stamping out the majority of the testers that we have to do for our Christmas collection. So you can see here I'm making sure that I have all of my clay nice and conditioned so that I can just bulk roll out everything, clean up my cutters, and then stamp them all out ready for baking. We had another out of the ordinary interruption today, and that was my husband Rob coming in to clean the studio windows. So when we say we're a family run business, we are definitely a family run business. So my mum, my sister and I all work within the business, and then every now and then our husbands or our brother might come in and help us out with something that we need. Rob is getting paid in burger lunch today, so we're gonna order burgers and then get straight into work. So as Rob cleans the windows, Mum and Tegan are out the back packing, and I'm continuing to stamp out the collection. Lunch arrives at 12 p.m, so we get straight into it because we generally only have a half-hour break every day, which is just nice to decompress, but also just to go over what needs to get done in the afternoon. At 12:30, Tegan jumps straight into admin. So we generally have a couple of prints that might finish around lunchtime, so Tegan just gets the other prints on. While I'm doing the collection, I might find one or two that just need a little bit of editing, so I hand them over to Tegan so she can redo them and we redo the test prints. Once Tegan finishes all the print things that we need, on Wednesdays, we actually send an email out to our subscribers. So Tegan gets straight onto Klaviyo, which is our email tool that we use to send all of our flows. So she gets straight into it, writes up the email if she hasn't already, and then gets it ready to send out that evening. Mum is obviously busy packing
Mum packs majority of the day. She is definitely the packing workhorse of the team, and also just makes sure that everything is running smoothly in the studio. So if she notices that we're running low on anything, then she'll hop onto the computer and order those things.
So Rob's finished the windows. They look so nice and clean. I finished my first tile of testers, so I'm going to pop these in the oven and then start working on my second tile of testers. I did actually do the testers for our decoration cutters yesterday, and our transfers were tested last week. So once I get this one in, I should only have one more tile to go. Bye-bye. Meanwhile, Tegan has made cup of tea. I think we're up to maybe 3 in the tea count so far. 3 or 4. We'll have to check the tea counter. Pop it up here. Ding. Okay, and let's see what Mum's doing. I have a feeling it's going to be packing because that's what Mum does a lot. Yep, Mum is packing.
I generally will do our collections across the month. So every Wednesday I'll do something different for the collection. The first Wednesday is usually designing. By the next Wednesday I have all of the cutters that I can actually stamp out and test. The following Wednesday is product photography, and then the Wednesday after is our release day, so prepping all of the socials for that.
Okay, so my timer has just gone off for my first tile, but I did actually get a second tile completed. So I'm just going to take out my stuff from the oven and swap it over. I do have more testers that I have to stamp out, but I won't get those done today. The only ones I have left for today are all going to be white, so I'm going to start a new tile with white clay just so that I'm not getting contamination with the colours on my whites. So I'm going to roll out some white and then I'll get into those.
If you run a creative business, you will know that product testing and research and development are all super important to make sure that your customer has the best experience that they can at your store and that they keep coming back. So it's really important, even though it may take us 4 or 5 hours out of our month, it's definitely a step worth taking.
So it's currently 2:30 at this time. I've popped my final tray in and I have my first and second tiles fully baked. So they're just ready to get prepped for photography next week. Okay, I have finished stamping all of those out, so I'm going to make us tea now. And then
Carla's making us tea!
I know, I'm making tea. So I'll make tea now. I finished my coffee. Then what do you want me to do this afternoon? Do you want me to help Mum pack?
Mini. Click and Clay Mini.
Oh, Click and Clay Mini. Yes. So, what, photography?
And a reel. Just
Photography
do it at
and
the
a
same-
reel.
Which your photography you can do at the same time.
Yeah, cool. Cool. All right, done. And then once I've done the Click and Clay Mini,
I'm thinking pack.
and then pack?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's nothing else that we said that you had to do, was there?
Not really.
No. So that would be good if you can.
It's like
Then you might get
2:30.
like an hour and a half to pack, and then I don't have to worry about coming back to pack, and I can.
Yeah,
make
you
the
can
little-
just keep doing all of this. Okay, I forgot. I do actually have something that I have to do this afternoon. I am launching a new product for us, the Click and Clay Mini. So I have to do product photography and a product reel for this one. So I just got to set that up now.
We actually have our photography space by our nice big window in the studio just so we get lots of natural light. I set up to do the photography and reel for the Click and Clay Mini, but my phone did die after I finished the photography part, so I came in and I helped Mum pack for the next hour. We generally like to have 2 people packing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because we do get interruptions throughout the day, so one person can always be packing. Today we actually had our good friend Ali from Hey Elsie pop in to pick up her order. So Mum was still packing while I went and helped Ali with her order.
Okay, so it's 4:15 now. I already did the product photography. I went and packed while my phone died. It's a little bit charged now, so I'm going to do a reel of the mini click and clay because we're launching it, so I need to upload something this week for it. Tegan is just putting prints on, Mum is still packing, and we'll see what we get to. Okay, I've finished filming, so I'm just going to tidy up the photography area and then see what else needs to get done around the studio.
We like to make sure that our photography space is packed down after every single session of use because we do use it every single day. We have posts and videos that we put across all of our social channels every single day, so we use it a lot. So it needs to be clear and ready for the next thing.
So I've just finished shooting the reel. That one is going up Friday. It's currently Wednesday, so I have to put up today's reel. I already shot the footage for it last week. So I just have to edit that one in CapCut and then upload it to Insta, share the videos with Tegan so she can upload it to all the other platforms that we're on. And then I think it might be time for us to close up shop and go home.
As suspected, as soon as I'd finished editing the video and uploading to socials, it was basically home time. So whoever's free in the afternoon, they get the fun job of closing all of the blinds in the studio and just making sure all of the post is out so Mum doesn't have to do it in the morning. We make sure we clear down any of the beds so our printers aren't working overnight while we're not here, and just do a double check to make sure that they're all safe and sound, ready to sleep overnight for us to go. We turn the lights off, set the alarm, and that's the end of the day.
And that was a day in the life with us here at the MyClayCo studio. It's now 3 weeks later. I actually edited the video yesterday and I have a filming day today. So I thought I'd film my outro and just say that I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did have any questions about how to run a creative business or how we personally have found it along our journey, please just drop a comment below. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.